In 6 months, in 2 months, he's going to become an adolescent. An adolescent 13-year-old boy. Okay? So that's going to be, I'm going to come up here out of the picture. That's going to be, you're really going to have to rely on the behaviors you taught him during these next 2 months. And you're going to want to do that. So one thing that I have a pattern game called Give Me a Break. We can do a couple of pattern games also. And one of the things you can do is decide how far you want him to go away from the house, and then stick flags every 2 feet.
Yes.
You'll have a thing of white flags, and we'll teach him to touch the flag. We'll teach him to touch your hand first, then we'll teach him to transfer that to touch the, what did he get?
Drop it.
Good boy. What is that?
Take off the top of the tissue box.
Oh my goodness. Look,
Say,
isn't
I
that
can
special?
find anything. Things that you wouldn't even think.
Yes, I know. Yes, I know. You're very brave, Nancy, to have a puppy.
I have often thought, what am I doing?
Yeah, and you
It's been
have...
a long time since I've had a puppy, and
He's a very sweet puppy. Well,
and he's a challenge.
You could come live here with me. Yes, you could. Yeah, we could have a wonderful time. Yeah, you'd have a boxer, buddy. Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, and then when I'm around friends that have dogs, it seems easier when it's two.
2 dogs?
2 dogs. It's like that, you know, because then they're playing with each
Oh
other.
yeah, I see what you mean. Okay. So that was very good that you got down after you jumped up on me. That was very good. All right, so I didn't do any recalls last week, right?
No.
Okay, so here's the thing. You're going to be walking this way and looking over your shoulder, and when you see that Beaufort is moving towards you, and not until you see that Beaufort is moving towards you are you going to say, Beaufort, come. And then you're going to toss a little treat out in front of you. And then while he's eating the treat, you're moving this way. Beaufort, come.
Gotcha.
And then, here you go. Eat this treat. Gotta eat the treat. Beaufort, come.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Beaufort, come. So now what you're doing is teaching him the word.
Okay.
Okay, rather than saying the word, and the dog is like,
Good boy.
I'm ignoring you.
Uh-huh.
I don't, you do something strange that I know nothing about, and that's forming words, so I'm just going to not pay any attention to it.
Gotcha.
Okay, so here are some meaty solutions. So you're going to just be moving at the pace.
Beaufort, come.
No, he's not coming. All right, so now start back this way. Because they're attracted to motion. No? So come and move back this way and start moving a little faster. Yeah. Now she's watching you exercise. So keep on going. Tell him, let's go.
Let's go.
Come turn back this way. Where did you decide to crap out here?
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. There is a cue that I use a lot, and it's called get it. Get it means you have my permission to go. All right, you've got him up and moving. Let's go.
Beaufort, come.
There you go. Toss the treat so we can see it. Now turn and start back the other way. Slow.
Beaufort, come.
There you go. Make sure he sees where it is. Now start back the other way slow.
Beaufort, come.
There you go. Now you've got it going. It's pretty simple.
Beaufort, come. Beaufort, come.
So that's good. So that's all that is.
Good boy.
So
Good boy.
I have another one. Do you have some more?
I've got some more.
Okay, so sit in your chair,
Uh-huh.
and this is gonna go, this is your emergency.
Okay.
This is like when I need it back now. You know, pop, 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 pop. Yeah, good boy. You, pop, pop, pop. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah.
Good boy.
Yeah.
Drop
Pop,
it.
pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop. Did I scare you? Pop, pop, pop.
Okay. On, down. Yeah.
Pop, 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 pop.
Good. Good. Good.
Pop, pop, pop. What happened, Beaufort? Yeah, there you go. Now you. Pop, 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 pop.
Good boy, Beaufort.
Pop, 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 pop. Pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop. Pop, 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 pop. You're gonna have to do this with your husband.
Okay.
All right, and I don't know. He just got a little. I don't know. I don't want to do that. So and also, we're doing a lot of stuff. You know, and he's like, I don't really want to do all this stuff. You know,
So I want
So
to take a
it's-
nap.
it's a tremendous amount of input into him. So we have to sort of respect that. You know, I as the trainer want to get as much knowledge to you as I possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to do it at the expense of Beaufort,
Okay.
you know? So, he's fine there, he's doing his thing. So we've got come, which is, you're teaching the word, and that is gold. But you're never going to call his name and say, come, until he is already moving towards you.
Okay.
And you notice which direction your feet are in,
Mm-hmm.
not 12 o'clock a.m. So now he's following your gaze. Of course, your gaze is kind of over your shoulder because you're looking to see if he's coming or not. So we'll do that, and pup, pup, pup. And get him going on pup, pup, pup with your husband.
Mm-hmm.
And you can make it a larger area too. You can start it in a smaller area. I cannot tell you the number of times that a client has come to me, maybe 4 or 5, and said, you know, the dog ran out the front door and took off down the neighborhood, and I did pup, 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 and he came back.
Okay.
So that's like, because that's all free and giddy and all that sort of stuff. So we want to do, so pup, pup, pup. And he should be like, it should be like a tennis match.
Okay. Okay, so now, but that's not retrieving, that's calm.
That's calm.
Okay.
But we're not using the word. Because in an emergency, the dog is out the door and you are now competing with the environment.
Mm-hmm.
So no, every time you go outside, you are competing with the environment. And he has a whole bunch of knowledge that you are not privy to. So dogs aren't stubborn. dogs have a lot of different intelligence than we have.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just engrossed in whatever it is that they're smelling or seeing or hearing. They're engrossed with that. So we want something that the dog knows it's going to get a goodie and when it gets to you. So we're waging that Pup, he's going to come back. Does he have a favorite treat?
Well, so far Cheerios. He's really like that. I had bought a bag of the can't think of the name right now, Candace, but the little nuggets, and he's kind of indifferent to those. But
Yeah,
the
he's kind of indifferent to Happy Howie too.
Yeah, but the Cheerios he really likes. So I've been, I've got Cheerios in a little container in my car, so I can just load up my pocket.
Yep. So.
But he did eat some of those.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
But now
Yeah.
he's a little indifferent. He might be tired. He might be like, what a work ethic. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Are you the best boy? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Is Beaufort a good boy? Beaufort's a good boy. That was fun. So we're not going to reinforce this. Good. And I'm going to drop it on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say the marker word, that is an ending. It is not the beginning of the behavior. The beginning of the behavior is when the dog does it. When you mark it, the dog doesn't have to stay in position. So you mark it, and rather than getting it hand to mouth, I dropped it on the floor because he was back up here.
Uh-huh.
But I marked, and that's a contract that I'm going to treat. And but the marking is, you've done the behavior I want. You did what I wanted. You did what I asked for. So it gets a little gray in the area.
Mm-hmm.
I just change where my delivery is. So there's, I was going to show you, get it. Beaufort, come here, get it. Yes, get it. And you can do this with a ball.
Mm-hmm.
Get it. It means your permission to get it, to go chase this and come back to me. Get it. All right, you go. So the dog said, what a good boy. Yeah, I know you're a good boy, but what are you doing now? What are you doing? Good boy, good boy. I don't want to punish him, or I don't want to have a stern voice when he doesn't do what I want, because I don't want to shut down the learning process, and I want a dog that will offer me behaviors.
Get it.
Yeah, you want to throw it like he's coming straight into you. It's like this, and you're tossing it that way and then that way on either side of him. Good.
Get it.
There you go.
Good boy. You tired now? That's a good boy.
Is Beaufort a good? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Is Beaufort a good boy? We're not going to be able to see your eyes by the time you get.
No, I said I was going to have to put a little ponytail on top of his head.
Okay, so we're gonna, so we did get it.
Yes.
So these are called location-specific marker words. So you're going to learn several, which are going to mean different things to the dog. Because you want the dog to know how the treat is going to be delivered. And you're going to deliver the treat differently at times. Does that make sense to you? Okay, so when you're doing mat work with a dog and the dog sits, you're gonna say good, and it's gonna be hand to mouth.
Okay.
Okay? When the dog lays down, it's good, and it's gonna be dropped between its paws. When you want the dog to get moving, it's get it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can go on and take it or find it, and you just drop it at your feet. You say find it and drop it at your feet.
Mm-hmm.
But those are all about how the treat's going to be delivered, and the reason you want the dog to be clear on how the treat's going to be delivered is because that's what the dog is worried about. Where's the treat? Am I going to get the treat? What do I need to do to get the treat? How's, you know? So now if the dog is in confusion about how he's going to get the treat, then you're building anxiety
Okay.
into your behavior,
Okay.
which you don't want, okay?
So you're going to email me all of these things.
All of this.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
Good.
So, so you're going to want to do different things. You can do like, find it. Get it. Oh, he's easy to. Does well with sounds. Find it.